This is a CZ75 B. It's kind of an unusual version in that it's not the standard B, it's the Omega version, which means it has a different kind of lockwork in it. The Omega lockwork is simpler. It's the same lockwork you find in some of the other, like the plastic CZs, like the P series. And so because of that, the lockwork is considerably simpler to work on. This particular model is equipped with Cajun Gun Works, so the trigger itself is really light, and then the it's probably about 8 pounds, and then the single action trigger, super light, probably coming in somewhere around 2 pounds. So in that regard, it's a little bit simpler and lighter trigger. However, it does have the upswept beaver tail and the Browning high power cuts on the front. So it's a very ergonomic pistol. This particular one has VZ grips. The rear sight was machined to have a small ledge so that you could run the slide one-handed by catching this on something. Let's have a look at the lockwork. Looking at the lockwork, if you're familiar with the standard CZ, you'll immediately see this is much simpler, a lot cleaner. One of the things about the Omega is it can be moved from a traditional safety to a decocker. I'm not sure with this model if that can be done, but with the Omega triggers that is possible. Otherwise, this model is typically carried either single action with the safety, and then you'd select the safety off, or you could carry it as a traditional double action for that first longer double action pull. So looking at the trigger reset, you can see how far the hand comes forward, just a little bit, then it resets for that single action pull. Besides the grips and the trigger work, this particular gun has some grip tape on it that probably come off pretty easily. But other than that, it's fairly stock outside of the trigger work, which is all Cajun gun parts, and the grips and the machine sight. It's a nice pistol, shoots well.